my friends, hello my wanderers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Martinez. Some know me as Wanderblush here on YouTube, and I am welcoming you home to my channel. I am an advocate for the Forever Theater Kid. I want you to come here. I want you to turn on your essential oils. I want you to turn on your fairy lights if you got them. Get a cup of coffee, get a tea, get a glass of wine. For me, I'm drinking some ginger beer, non-alcoholic, because it's dry January, and I chose to do that for 2019. I've been asked to do a video on what do you bring on a cruise ship contract. I've also been asked what do you bring on a tour contract. So I decided to combine them into one video because what you would bring on a tour and what you would bring on a cruise ship contract are very, very similar. These are the top 10 things that I live by that have kept me sane, that help me live and get through in the best way possible, that will help you to live your best life while you are on tour on a cruise ship contract. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I upload weekly content, weekly theater or cruise ship related content, and sometimes a little travel vlog here and there, because let's admit, I'm traveling the world. You are safe here, you are accepted here, you are loved here. So I hope you'll stay, and I hope you'll subscribe, and if you do, I give you a big old internet hug. Let's get into it. Number 10, sleeping essentials. Sleep is the most important part of life. I mean, what's the statistic? I don't know. We spend most of our life, 70% of our life sleeping or something like that. That might not be the statistic at all, but here it is. So a lot of the times on tours, you're bussing around, or if you were in my case and you did a children's tour, you're driving around and you're riding in the back of the van, or you're flying around to different parts of the country. So you need things that are going to help you sleep in whatever transportation you have. This goes for cruise ship life too. You're sleeping in a bed that is not yours, that is not really comfortable. You've got to make it your own. You've got to find your ways to get your sleep. If you have a blanket, like a throw blanket from home that you really love, that really makes you feel cozy. If you have a big scarf that it can double as a blanket, bring that. You need to have something that will keep you cozy, keep you covered, especially when you're in a very highly air-conditioned space. And if you are not covered in such a way you could get sick, eye masks. Plane rides and for vanning and bussing around the country, you need an eye mask because that sun is going to creep on through, and I tell you, an eye mask can work wonders. I don't have any specific brands that I love of an eye mask, but find what works for you. That goes along with earplugs as well. Get some earplugs. If you have a pillow that you really love or a stuffed animal that you really love, Pua! You had fallen, I'm so sorry. I bring Pua with me a lot of places. Pua, I think you haven't left the ship that much, so you haven't seen most of the world, but you came to Bali. I know a lot of grown adults, male and female, that have brought childhood stuffed animals with them. There is no shame in it. Bring it if it gives you comfort. If it gives you joy and it fills your heart with feelings of home, bring it. Oh, another good thing to bring, especially if you have like a pit stop where there's a microwave or a microwave on your ship, are those like plush things that have like lavender or essential oils and beads on the inside that kind of act as like aromatherapy. That would be a great thing. You need something that's going to cushion your head. I personally don't like a travel pillow. I have a couple, but I don't really like them because it's just like you don't. Ugh. Or have you seen any of those like ostrich? Is it called the ostrich pillow? Where you can put. I'm sure so many people have been like, I need that for tour life. Where it's like it's a pillow you put like over your entire head, and there's just like a little hole for your mouth and for your eyes, so you feel like you're not dying. But it's basically like a sleeping bag for your head. Listen, I know some people might not agree with this, but ZzzQuil is a great melatonin. If you need a sleep aid that help you get through like a 10-hour drive where obviously you're not driving or you're not navigating and you're just sitting in the back going along with it, especially if you get car sick, take some ZzzQuil, take some melatonin, take some natural sleep aids that will just help you get through it, because those are long days. A travel day is not a day off. It puts a lot of pressure on your body. I know that my body's never been the same ever since I did children's theater, because not only was I driving, or not only was I performing in 3 shows a day sometimes, me and my cast, we were setting up the stuff, taking the stuff down, loading up the truck, packing everything away, driving to the next location, and then sometimes loading in again. So those can be really, really long days. You know, other maybe more upscale tours, which I'd love to do one day, don't get me wrong, you are still doing bus and truck tours. So you're sitting on a bus, you're sitting on a coach bus for a long time. I've seen people even get like egg crates and put them on their designated area. So they make the 2 seats that they kind of have designated for themselves, like they put an egg crate on it with sheets and blankets. They make it like a full-on bed. I think that's a brilliant idea. Shows take it out of you anyway, and then you're sitting in a very stiff spot for hours on end, sometimes right after your show. Number 9, wireless or noise canceling headphones. I've finally invested in a pair of Beats. I think Beats are good, but I've also bought other pairs from just like Amazon that are like less than 50 bucks. I have an iPhone, just the regular headphones are good. I just think noise canceling is another way to just kind of like zone people out if you're really sick of them, because you're traveling and living with the same people for a long amount of time. So if you just need your you time, I like wireless because I like being able to feel free to move around with not having to have my phone on me at all times. Good, and it's also good for workouts too. I will leave the link to, I use Teotonics, I think that's how you say it. I'll leave the link to the ones that I use, or at least the version that I'm using now, down below. Number 8, something to consume your time for those long hauls or your long sea days. Those really, really long periods of time where you feel like you're gonna go crazy if you're just, aside, obviously, talk to your cast, bond, play games. I know that card games are a really big thing on tour. People love to play card games, but like Heads Up is a great game. In hotels, like sometimes people bring full-on board games with them. Bring things to consume your time. What is happening? Guys, I'm wearing a scrunchie and I'm trying it, but it's just not, oh, that's kind of cute. Who am I? Am I trying to be 18 and keeping up with these kids on Snapchat? No, I'm too exhausted to do that. Rhyme! Okay, so different ideas for podcasts. I have named many a podcast in the past. If you think of something that you want to learn about or think of something you want to listen to, there's a podcast for it. Obviously music, audiobooks. Video was sponsored by Audible. This is where I make the cute fun ad, but it's not. So my husband said a great thing that he did. If you love reading books or you jump from book to book, you can't bring physical books with you on tour. If people say they do, they're crazy. My friend Ree, this one over here, she brought a whole ton of books. She crazy. It's just gonna be heavier if you want to be able to have as many books at your disposal. I would suggest getting a Nook or using an iPad or getting a Kindle or something, some kind of e-reader so you can download all the books that you want to. So going off of that, I think the next thing that's really important to bring, number 7, is a journal or your computer. I think it's really important to journal, to write down when you're having a bad day, to write down when you're having a good day, to write lists, to write things that just help you keep sane. If you feel like a planner is good for you. I know for me on ships, I have a weekly schedule, and on tours you usually have a weekly schedule. It is nice to be able to keep track of what's going on and sometimes to just help you stay feeling human. I know for me, I'm gonna start journaling more and doing like writing prompts just as like self-reflection. So I think those are really good options just to help clear your mind and do a little bit of therapy. I think it's good to download apps. This probably goes on with the one I just talked about, but download apps that help you meditate. Just breathing exercises, keep your mental health up and kept. This is number 6. I think it's important to have a hard drive with you. Now, not only to back up files that you might have on your computer or like important documents that you might need at any time, like you should always have a copy of your passport with you just in case for anything. Or I think it's great to have a hard drive so you can put movies on your hard drive, you can put TV shows on your hard drive, you can put workout videos on your hard drive. How you get those videos is your own business, not mine. I know I get mine legally. I don't want to know how you get yours. Sometimes people will get them from the company and we'll pass it around. Pass it around, you share the love. And for me, I use it to back up all my YouTube stuff. So if you're a vlogger, a YouTuber in any way, get it for your backup content. Number 5, it's good to have a reusable water bottle or a reusable mug, thermos. Probably all those things are good to have. To have a thermos for tea and coffee and hot chocolate, and then it's also good to have a reusable water bottle because you really need to stay hydrated because you can get really dehydrated on buses. Onto clothing. Now, obviously, you have to pack clothes. That's a given. So I didn't really want to focus too much on clothes, but I think an important distinction that you want to pack more athleisure wear than you would pack like going out clothes. Your job is to be on stage, your job is to be a tech, or your job is to be a musician. And most of the time, people aren't seeing you in your going out cute clothes. I know that when I had finished doing my first tour, I kind of gained knowledge. I didn't bring one pair of heels for my second tour because I never wore them. And I still on ships bring a lot of clothes that I can interchangeably wear with so many different outfits. I know on tours you have more press events. I don't know if sometimes you'd be given outfits to wear, or your team might tell you what to wear in terms of press events, so you might have specific outfits for those. You're always going to be near a mall. The majority of clothes that you should bring with you are things that you can be very comfortable in. Like I said, you need to be cozy, you need to feel warm, you gotta feel like you can move in the clothes. So honestly, I live in sweats, I live in t-shirts, and then I'll put like accessories on top of it to make me feel cute. When I was on tour, I would wear really loose, flowy tops a lot of the time, and leggings, and like Uggs. A little fashion faux pas-y, but that's just what you end up doing. You wear boots a lot, you wear things that are athleisure and you can move in. A lot of neutrals is good because you can always dress up a neutral with an accessory, with a scarf, with a bag, with glasses. I mean, I have a rehearsal wear video, and you can see there, like, most of the things I'm interchanging and wearing in very many ways, but you can still look cute and feel cute in it. But yeah, a good pair of sneakers, a good pair of boots, scarf, and just a ton of leggings and tank tops and maybe some chunky sweaters, and you're gonna be living in those clothes. Number 3, I think it's really important to have a cute and functional backpack. They don't have to be nerdy. I mean, if nerdy's your thing, go for it. But like, they don't have to be dumpy looking. Lululemon sells really good backpacks that last for a very long time. I've had mine for, I want to say, 5 years now. And it's just starting to get so dingy to the point where it's not that cute anymore. But it's such a good backpack that I don't want to give it up. I think it's good to have a backpack that you can carry a lot of stuff in. Target has a lot of cute ones. Like, not gonna lie, like Target has a lot of really cute backpacks too. Number 2, specifically for touring, it's very important to have a duffel bag or an overnight bag, because sometimes you can get lucky and like have a sit down in a city for a month, or a sit down in a city for 2 weeks. When you sit down in a city for under a week, it's good to have an overnight bag that you can bring into the hotel with you. But I used to do on tour when we'd have like 3 days in a space. Honestly, there were a lot of places where we'd have 1 night in a space. I would pack up a bag of maybe like 3 outfits. I would bring only the essentials, like my toiletries that I really needed, and like medications that I would need, vitamins, travel size stuff in a duffel bag. I would bring that to the hotel just so I wasn't lugging up gigantic suitcases. I would hate that when people would, ooh, Poseidon. For number 1, most importantly, definitely bring pictures from home. Bring maybe a photo album. But there's something about having physical photos from home that I can like hold on to when I'm really homesick, because you're gonna get homesick, you're gonna get frustrated, you're gonna miss your families, you're gonna miss your friends, you're gonna miss your pets, and that's normal. I finally hung up photos today. It's important to feel like you're bringing the people you love the most with you everywhere you go. Home is where you make it. Home is where your heart is. Home is where your family and your loved ones are. Sometimes bringing those photos with you feel like you can create a home anywhere you go. I lug it around, but I bring my wedding album with me. It's important to have those things with you. Bonus, pro tip here. Bring vitamins. Take your vitamins. Bring your emergency. You gotta stay healthy. You've heard it here. Get an emergency or airborne. So yeah, so those are my top 10 things that you might not have known to take with you on a tour contract or a cruise ship contract. So I hope that you have found this useful. I hope that it's given you some insight if you are coming onto a ship soon, are going on tour soon, and I hope to see you on my channel in your new home weekly theater related and cruise ship related content, because you're gonna subscribe right now. Oh, also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, because that's a cute place for me to be too. Like I always say, don't forget to peace, love, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my channel here in my next video. Bye.